Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Micro Investor, where we do technical analysis, price predictions, and news updates on many different cryptocurrencies every single day. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about Ethereum and picking up where we left off in the previous Ethereum video. Now, looking at Ethereum, we are creating this distance here from this falling wedge, and this is also the retracement here that we're having from this whole FTX fallout as well, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But as we look at the price of Ethereum right now, we can see that we have a bit of sideways trading that has been going on here for about a week and a half now, and Ethereum's price is looking at potential of hopefully breaking through its 50-day moving average, which we can see we've been trying to make these attempts here with Ethereum of breaking through the 50-day moving average. We've been staying above that 20-day moving average, but so far we haven't been able to succeed of being able to break through that. Now, as far as things have gone on here with the whole FTX fallout, we were seeing a nice price pump with Ethereum after it had managed to actually work its way out of this falling wedge, which is this trend line that we have here. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But you can see that we had gone up a pretty decent amount. We were upwards around the price of $1,680 just before the price had. Then it tipped over due to the whole fallout that had happened with FTX, and we had come down within these 5 waves. So there's this potential here that we have completed the fallout from FTX, and we're making that transition now of the price moving to the upside and start to correct itself. But this could also be the completion of our second wave that we have. So let me turn the moving averages off here for a second. But you can see this this second wave that we're in right now, that we possibly have completed that. No guarantees yet, because obviously we haven't gone above the wave 4 or up into the wave 1 from the whole FTX fallout. But the transition that we're making here, you can see from the 52-week low with Ethereum that we had back in the middle of June, the start of our first wave, and the completion of a 5-wave move to the downside that we had from our all-time highs. Ethereum had managed to go up to a price that was around $2,000, and then it had seen the retracement within that as it had come down here within a 5-wave move, which we recently just saw the wave 3 come down. With the first price dip with the FTX fallout, went up within the wave 4, and then had come down within the wave 5 to complete that on November 22nd. So this distance now that we're creating here away from the falling wedge, which you can see how this has been an area that has been keeping things very bearish with Ethereum, going from the top of our wave 1 here with the price of Ethereum at around $4,900, and then coming down here then within these 5 waves. So if we are in fact starting a wave 3, if we completed the wave 2 and we're within a wave 3, there's a lot of potential here to really see this wave 3 go to a pretty decent amount, which we'll talk about in a second. Now, as far as here in the short term, though, as we're recovering from the FTX fallout, I'm hopeful that as we're seeing this correction take place here, where we have an A wave, a B wave, and we're hopefully within this C wave right now, and the C wave would be the one that I would hope that would do the majority of this correction within the price and retrace the whole FTX fallout. As there's a lot of potential here, in my opinion, with Ethereum to be able to do such a thing. Now, if we look over at our different moving averages as far as things go, here on the hourly chart, we're currently above that 20-hour moving average is what we're attempting to really create distance from here. We're a good distance above our 200-hour moving average, so it's great that Ethereum is continuously working in this direction. But of course, we need this to be able to continue to maintain and to keep working up. So if we look at how much so far we've recovered from this price movement that we've had here, if we did in fact complete the wave 2 and we're within the wave 3, if we were to look at this current price movement here and look at how much it's gone up so far we've gone up about $227 from there, so about 21% that we've seen a recovery with Ethereum since then. So that's actually a pretty decent sized price movements, given the fact that the wave that we were completing the wave 2 on around November 20th, November 19th, November 20th, around there. And so if that's the case, then we've had this price movement that just took a matter of just a couple weeks to be able to see the price of Ethereum go up and be able to make a gain above 20%. So if we're able to see this type of momentum here continue with Ethereum, then seeing this possibility within the C wave of completing here within this box, that would be a price move that we would need to be seeing from where we're currently at right now, and take that up to a price that could be just another 20% up. So if we have the same type of momentum that we had seen over those previous 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, as we did before, if we can see the same thing happen from where we're at right now, then we have a good chance of being able to see the full retracement here with Ethereum from where we're at within the whole FTX fallout, as that had started to take place. So that's what I'm currently thinking here, that this is something that could be a possibility. Now, this would all still be all within that wave, hopefully within that wave 3. So there could be a lot of potential here to see a nice retracement, a nice recovery within the price of Ethereum. But of course, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So as far as things, how they could play out here within this wave 3, of course, everybody likes to hear this. I think that if we were to continue working up here, and no certainty as far as the subwaves would go, because we need to see more price movements within the wave 3. But if we were to continue this, there's a possibility that this wave 3 with Ethereum could go somewhere within the price range of, say, around between $3,000 to even possibly, I'd say, $3,600 if it was to go and retrace where it was within this wave 4 that it had when it was coming down to complete that wave 5. If we were just to retrace that within this wave 3, then that would be a really decent sized price movement. So that would take us back to where Ethereum was at the beginning of the second quarter of 2022, where the price of Ethereum really tipped over at that time. So that would be ideally what would be nice to retrace. And of course, that would be creating that distance there away from where we're at within this falling wedge. So that'd be a nice price pump. But as far as how long would it take to complete the wave 3, I mean, it can take us well into the second quarter, even the third quarter of 2023. So I'm not trying to sound like this is going to be something that Ethereum is going to be able to complete real fast. This is going to take us closer into 2024, most likely, to see this wave 3 take place. And that's also just given the fact that this wave 2 had taken us from the middle of August on into the end of November to complete. So with that, I mean, you have to understand that it's going to take a long time to see a completion for the wave 3, because of course things don't retrace to the upside as fast as they do when they come down. It's going to be a much different scenario. We could be seeing the completion here within a 5-wave move that could take us into 2024, where I'm thinking it can take us all the way up into where the halving of Bitcoin is going to be, and Ethereum probably top out around there as well within this 5-wave move. So definitely things to continue to monitor here, but I'll keep you guys updated every single day, of course, with what does happen with Ethereum. And of course, talk about Bitcoin and many other cryptocurrencies as well every single day. So if you guys like content like this, you want to continue watching me talk about Ethereum here every day, please do consider subscribing. And of course, a like does go a long way. So with that being said, I'm just going to leave it right there. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.